Nations to narrow the field down to 8. They will come back for the final in race number 20 today, just before 7 o'clock Eastern time in the evening. So it's going to be a long day here. So
yes,
buckle in. We're ready. We've got snacks, we've got water, we've got everything, and we'd like to have you join us. Speaking of joining us, a couple of Facebook people with some comments there. Ryan Dickey. Kelsey Johnson says she's tuned in on RTN. Thank you, Kelsey. Joe Zambito will be watching. Hashtag send it in. Joe, of course, the announcer up at Buffalo Raceway. So good to have you, Joe.
Yeah, I had some people checking in too, and now I lost it, but I'll jump in when I find them again.
Okay, I know we're scrolling and everything else on phones, on notebooks. Tablets and everything else. So we'll try to catch up and get to everybody as soon as we possibly can. In the meantime, they'll be stepping out onto the track here for the 4th race just a moment. The Ohio Breeders' Championship for the 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings. We've got a field of 6, and we've got a 1-9 favorite here in the form of Charlie May for trainer Steve Carter and owner and breeder Don Tiger, who we spoke with at length yesterday. Don, been a friend of mine for a very long time. Not only is he involved on the backside of owning and breeding horses and stuff like that, he's also an excellent handicapper as well. Which sends me his Kentucky Derby pick. So he does both breeds. That's not easy to do. You know, you can handicap the harness and the thoroughbreds.
Yeah, well, big difference, that's for sure.
All right, let's see how Charlie May looks on the track. We're all rooting for Don. The post parade is up next.
In his 54th year as the voice of the Delaware County Fair and the Little Brown Jug, here's Hall of Famer Roger Houston.
These are the horses for the Sugar Valley Farm Post Parade. Ohio Breeders' Championship, 2-year-old colt and gelding pace, $62,446, sponsored by Post Printing. Number 1 is Pine Grove Racer, Tim Tetrick, the driver. Number 2 is Charlie May with Brett Miller. Number 3, Don't Hold Anything Back, the driver David Miller. Number 4, Odds On Pick 6 with Peter Wren. Number 5, 4-Star Flash, the driver Ronnie Wren Jr. And number 6, Bernard Hanover, Chris Page in the sulky. Win, place, show, 50-cent perfecta, 50-cent trifecta wagering on the 4th. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is no hotter guy on the planet of harness racing than this gentleman yesterday. We are fortunate enough to be joined by the Double D, as I like to call him in the program comments at the Meadowlands, Dexter. Don, Dexter, have you come off cloud 9 yet?
Yeah, I guess we have to, Dave, because we've got to turn around today and you know, get back to action, and we've got some you know, pretty important stuff going on today as well. So you know, it was definitely a massive thrill yesterday, but you know, full concentration on the horses we have in today.
So let me run this down. 6 winners on the card, a couple of world records, a sweep of the Jugette with Party Girl Hill. I mean, have we run out of words to talk about this amazing filly?
Well, I mean, she is an amazing filly. You know, she's proved it all season long, and what she did yesterday, I think, especially in her first heat, you know, she didn't let anybody down, that's for sure. And you know, the final, she was doing that pretty comfortable too. I think I could have probably shaken it loose and gone a little bit faster, but she'd already put in such a big heat in the first division, so you know, she was pretty impressive.
I think I read somewhere that the plugs were still in.
Yeah, both divisions plugs were still in, and we do get a good kick out of her when they come out. So you know, she's an amazing animal.
And Dexter, it almost seemed like in the first you know, elimination, or the second elimination that you were in, you weren't even worried about exactly, you know, getting the lead, getting the pocket. You're just making sure no one's in her way. I mean, she's just that good. If nothing happens crazy in the race, it just seems like she's going to win.
Yeah, exactly. I expected to be a bit of speed early because, you know, obviously Timmy and Joey both wanted to, you know, get out of there fast, get a 2-hole behind her. So, you know, I just stayed into that early action, and then we moved to the quarter pole, and you know, the only worry I had going into the final was, you know, how she would bounce back after that tough first elimination. But as soon as she put her first foot on the track that second time round, I knew she was okay because she was probably brighter than the first time.
That back half, first over in 53 and change, that That isn't just not the way things are supposed to work in this game. It was unbelievable.
She's a special individual.
Yeah, especially around a half-mile track. You know, 53 and 3/2 on the, on the inside's a good last half, but she was one off. So, yeah, it's she did all the hard work. I was just lucky enough to sit behind her.
All right, well, that was yesterday, and today is today. But I want to ask you this kind of background question here. Is this the second or third year you've been here with us at the Little Brown Jug?
Yeah, this is my second. My first year was last year, and, growing up in New Zealand is probably, I always heard about Little Brown Jug and Jug Week my whole entire life. So to be here for the first time last year was a massive thrill, obviously, to come back again and to win the Jugettes. It's a lifetime dream come true.
It has to be, and you look forward to your drives a little bit later on. But listen, you're doing a lot of driving today for some Ohio connections. Now, with the year of experience under your belt, give us an idea of how that works. Do people just list you on the entry sheet and you meet them in the paddock, or do they call you beforehand and ask if they can put you down?
Usually you just get listed, and you'll see them here in the paddock about before you go on the track, or some of them you've seen around. It's where we've been racing lately. I've been doing a little bit of racing, raced Toyota a couple of times. A few of them have been racing out in Lexington, so you'll be seeing them around. But then obviously some of them I'll just see them here in the paddock here before we go on the track.
In one of the post-race interviews yesterday, you spoke at length about how good Chris and Nicola Ryder have been to you. I want you to say that again in case anybody wasn't tuned in.
Yeah, I mean, the Ryders have been family friends with my family for over 40 years now, and they were instrumental in me coming here 2 years ago, and then not only that, when I got here they gave me huge support. I got to drive Bettor's Wish last year straight off the bat, so they've done a huge amount of things for me since I got here, and they're just such nice people, and it's it was a really big thrill to win the Jugette for them yesterday.
Hey, and Dexter, I mean, obviously you were very successful in New England. New Zealand, not New England.
Probably
in New Zealand.
New
Tom
England
Brady
too.
was successful in New Zealand.
He was a good successful there.
You were so successful in New Zealand, and you had to be confident when you came over here. Did you think it would happen for you this fast, that you're at the top of the driving ranks in North America?
Well, I didn't actually think it would happen this fast. I didn't really think it would happen at all, really. I mean, I think my success in New Zealand might have played a small part, but I was really just hoping to get over here and give it a go. But going into last year, I just wanted to get one nice stakes horse to be able to follow around and drive at some of the races. So things really took off. But I got a great amount of support, and I was lucky the horses I got to sit behind last year and again this year.
You've got a couple of chances to make it a clean sweep of the 2 days here. You've got See You at the Beach from the rail in the first elimination today. You've driven this one for Ronnie Burke, but I heard there have been some radical equipment changes made.
Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, I haven't talked to Ronnie. Ronnie's been pretty busy out here. He's got
Maybe he didn't want to tell you.
horses in today probably, but he will talk to me later on. We've got a few hours till that race comes around, but See at the Beach has been really, really good lately. Without the best trips in the world. His last start at the Meadows actually blew the second last turn and lost a few lengths. We sent him wide in the last turn. He ran a really strong mile, so if he gets around here okay from the rail, I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up and ran a big heat here.
And you got a live one also in the second elimination with Captain Midnight for Tony Alagna.
Yeah, he's I'm looking forward to him today. He was great last week at Mohawk. Talked to Dan McCarthy, who usually drives him. He said he's never been better this season, so he's really hitting his top form. And obviously he was a great 2-year-old last year. So Tony said he trained him on the half there at Lexington before he come here and was extremely happy with him. And he's got a good draw to use as well.
You think the folks in New Zealand would hear about it if you won the Jugette and the Jug in the same week?
I know my family would anyway. They'll be keeping on top of it, but they don't miss a beat, so it's good to have some support from back home, that's for sure.
All right, Dexter, we'll be rooting for you. We'd love to see you in action yesterday and throughout the rest of the Grand Circuit harness season. Enjoy the rest of the day, sir, and thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
All right, Dexter Dunn off a heck of a day yesterday on Jugette Day with Party Girl Hill. Up next, race 4, Ohio Breeders' Championship Pacers. Here is the voice, the Hall of Famer, Mr. Roger Houston.
2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers in behind the gate. The Mike Wopkenberg starting gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. Racing. Charlie May goes for the lead. Pine Grove Racers second. Don't Hold Anything Back gets away third. Into the turn, Odds On Pick 6 fourth. Racing fifth, 4-Star Flash, and trailing the field, Bernard Hanover. Straight alignment as they race down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. Brett Miller has Charlie May on the engine by a length and a half. Racing second, Pine Grove Racer. Opening panel, 28 seconds, or cakewalking as they race around the turn. Racing third, Don't Hold Anything Back. Racing fourth, Odds On Pick 6. Racing fifth, 4-Star Flash, and trailing the field, Bernard Hanover. Chris Page can see them all. No movement to go after the leader, Charlie May. Brett Miller's getting everything he wants his way. Coming to the halfway point. Racing second, Pine Grove Racer. Third, Don't Hold Anything Back. Halfway home, 57-1. The tempo's bound to pick up as they race around the turn. Charlie May, the leader. Pine Grove Racer second from way back. Here comes 4-Star Flash. Ronnie Rent first to move. Dave Miller comes to the outside. Don't Hold Anything Back. And Charlie May opens up by 2 quick lengths. He's going to have to deal with a Buckeye. Don't Hold Anything Back. Second on the outside. Pine Grove Racer is third. 3/4, 125-1. 28 backside. It's Charlie May by a length and 3/4. Pine Grove Racer second. Don't Hold Anything Back third. Racing fourth. Odds On Pick 6. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio, and it's all Charlie May and Brett Miller. They had it from the get-go. Trolling away. Charlie May. 152. 2/5.
As if there was a doubt.
Yep. Don Tiger headed for the winner's circle. The Tiger crew. That's right.
He's giving us the business too.
Yep.
And rightfully so. What a ride this horse has put him on, and his buddies as well throughout the season. Going over the $300,000 earning mark today with this front end masterpiece. Brett Miller is going to visit the winner's circle for the second time today, but he didn't have to do too much work on this one.
No, this was a very easy one. He drew in a different division than the Chewbacca horse. They were both ended up basically unbeatable in their
well, they had the war, they had the war in the Sire Stakes final up at Scioto on Super Nights.
So they both had a jogger today. And Charlie May, what a season! 9 starts, 7 wins, 2 place finishes, well over $300,000 in earnings in just 9 starts, and never leaving Ohio.
Yeah, unbelievable. The way that Don told us the story yesterday about how he acquired the mare. He'd gotten a lucky phone call. She had been in the Blooded Horse sale, I think. He bought her. It's his first brood mare ever, and he finally produced I guess a male, and Charlie May is the result. Look at the stride on that powerful 2-year-old by McArdle. Win number 7 for Charlie May. And a pretty popular result for the bettors. Sent off at 1-9. 2-1-4-3 is up on the board. The 152 and 2 clocking, not his lifetime mark, as he accomplished a win at Scioto in that final of 150 and 2. I think this is the world record for 2-year-old geldings on a half-mile track. Steve Bateson sent me was 151 and 1, so that wasn't in jeopardy today. But there was no chance of it being in jeopardy with the slow pace.
Right. I mean, Brett's not going to worry about trying to break a world record. If he can get to the half in 57, he's going to do it.
He did it just about. 57 and 1 is probably about as slow as he can go. Well, there's the orange shirts of Don Tiger. He's ready to welcome his Charlie May back to the Sugar Valley Farms Winner's Circle.
This time moving into the Sugar Valley Farm Winner's Circle, the home of Down by the Seaside. One of the, well, let's put it this way, probably the best 2-year-old pacer in the state of Ohio, and more than likely one of the best as well in the nation. In the winner's circle, Charlie May. Don Tiger, Cannonsburg, Steve Carter, the trainer. Brett Miller's second of the afternoon, his 8th this week. He's the leading driver with wins. 3rd on the all-time list, 129 wins. 2-year-old gelding by McArdle out of Stipple, Hanover. 7th win and 9 starts. Earnings approaching $330,000. from the next generation at Scioto, July the 4th. The first horse in harness racing to break the maiden, banking $75,000. The pride and joy of Don Tiger of Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania, Charlie May.
Thank you very much, Roger. There are the prices, and they're not very much. The minimum across the board for Charlie May, $210, $210, $210. The 1 Pine Grove Racer, $340, $260. The 4 Odds-On Pick 6, $260. Gimmick short as well. Your 2-1 Perfecta, $3. Your 50-cent try, 2-1-4, $4.10. Now, one thing, Dave. Now let's go to Roger first for the rundown.
Results are official. 4th race. Number 1, Pine Grove Racer 2. Number 2, Charlie May, the winner. Number 3, Don't Hold Anything Back, 4. Number 4, Odds-On Pick 6, 3. Number 5, 4-Star Flash, 6. Number 6, Bernard Hanover, 5. Top down, 2-1-4, 3-6, 5 on the bottom. The mile, 1:52, 2/5. Post time for the 5th race. Coming up, Mike Wilder on the 1, Mick Matters. To the winner's circle, Wendy Ross.
Thank you very much, Roger. Roger, I think anyone watching, this is what dreams are made of when you're in harness racing, especially when you're an owner, a trainer. You want to train a colt like this, a driver, you want to drive a colt like this, but as an owner, you want to breed a colt like this. Charlie May, owner Don Tiger. Don, how are you feeling right now? You got to be over the moon.
Feel great. You can't see my smile under this mask, but what amazing feeling. Yeah.
Well, I certainly, we've heard you tell the story throughout the week, and what a story it is to breed a colt like this, and today he gets his 7th win on the year, takes that bankroll over $300,000. How you feeling? A little bit heavier, right?
Oh, I feel super heavy, and I don't mind.
Getting here, you were a fan of harness racing, racing horses at the Meadows. Your prize horse, Sam Hill, Charlie May certainly stands proud next to him, right?
Yeah, he does. Sam Hill's still the best horse I ever owned. Charlie's got a little more work to do, but I think he's going to get in there. He's doing a great job for sure.
His 2-year-old campaign has been nothing but fantastic. You said on there yesterday, as a 3-year-old, you're going all out staking him next year, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. This is a dream come true for me. I believe that Heart of Chewbacca and Charlie May can compete with anybody in the country. I stick to that. I'm going to stake my horse. I told Denny, too, I seen him at the sale. I said, you guys stake yours heavy. Let's go on the road, go to Meadowlands Pace. Anywhere I can get into, I'm going to go. Brett Miller told me this is a Grand Circuit horse, so we're going to find out.
Well, Don, thank you so much. Congratulations. Now, you've been telling me you had a question to ask
I got a
me.
trivia question for you. This is
Okay.
very important. Who is the leading 2-year-old money earner in the country, regardless of sex and gait?
Well, let's, is it Charlie May?
It's Charlie May. I knew you'd get the answer. Great job.
Congratulations to you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Winning owner of Charlie May, Don Tiger.
Well, it doesn't get much more exciting than that, even with a trivia question. Thank God Wendy got it right. Hey, as we head for a break here after 4 races, how about a shout-out to Jesse Pearson and Peter McWigan and Eddie Brookman tuning in all the way from Sydney, Nova Scotia at the Winner's Circle. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll take a time out. Much more from Delaware, Ohio. Little Brown Jug Day continues after this.
Bow River has been designing Little Brown Jug jewelry for over a quarter of a century. Go to bowriverjewelry.com to see our limited edition 75th anniversary Little Brown Jug pin and 50th anniversary Jugette pin under the Little Brown Jug tab. Browse our Standardbred collection, Equestrian collection, and our expanded Equestrian Bridal collection. bowriverjewelry.com. Original designs and quality you can trust.
Harris Hoosier Park invites you to an exclusive opportunity to bid on a 2021 breeding of the top 6 stallions in harness racing as part of the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge. The breedings will be auctioned off at the 2020 Lexington Select Yearling Sale on October 6th at 6:45 p.m. at the Fazig-Tipton Sales Pavilion. All proceeds of the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge will be donated to charity. Join us in person or bid online at www.lexingtonselected.com.
Sugar Valley Farm in Delaware, Ohio is proud to be a part of the sports rejuvenation in the Buckeye State, dedicated to providing the best stallions available at any price point. Lather Up, who equaled the all-time record of 146, joins world champion Down by the Seaside. 2009 Pacer of the Year, Well Said. Mr. Wiggles, sire of 2015 Horse of the Year, Wiggle It Jiggle It, and $2 million winning trotter, Creatine. For more, log on to SugarValleyFarmStallions.com.